Brendan and Nathan, this is Maude Flanders. I am so thrilled that you have this great modcast. I'm Maude, and I like it. And Todd and Rod would like it too.
Indeedly, oodly, neighborino.
I think Maude would like the song Apple that is out now. That's Charlie Lady.
I don't think she would approve of that. I don't think Maude Flanders would approve of that.
Yes.
She would not be having a brat summer. She wouldn't be having a brat anything.
No brats for Maude. That's one of them.
She would think Bratwood's the worst.
He thinks it's
Alrighty, strap in for the bongo of your life.
Exactly, back in bongo.
Back in bong, back in bong, back in bongo, back in bong, back in bong, back in bongo, back in bong, back in bong, back in bongo, back in bong, back in bongo.
Oh yeah, we are definitely back in bongo. As you can see, I'm recording Cold Open today. Barry the Laugh and family, Sandra Chuckles, to me, to you, and her dad, Uncle the Chuckle Boys, Jimmy the son, their son, Fatty Keith, and all the clan at the pool party. Barry is supposed to be at work at Sir Lancelot's pizza delivery service, but he is wagging off. He is wagging off. He's on wag. He's wagging it. And over to you, narrator.
There was some sort of thing with Maggie not getting paid or whatever.
Oh, no, I'll do narrator. I'll do Stam.
It's pure chaos. Flamingos and inflatable aliens battle it out in the pool. Someone's rigged a slip and slide that ends dangerously close to the grill, and every few seconds someone screams, either from joy or because they've been pelted with a rogue water balloon. The air is filled with the smell of BBQ, sunscreen, and mild regret. Close up on Barry the Laugh.
Who is a
rotund close on Barry the Laugh, a rotund man whose gut seems to have developed his own gravitational pull, standing proudly at the grill, flipping burgers like they're the keys to happiness. His Hawaiian shirt, which features a mix of pineapples and flaming skulls, is unbuttoned far enough to reveal more than anyone ever asked for.
Why deliver pizzas when you can deliver the fun? Grin grin. Haha, I'm wagging at you gobbins. Ha ha ha.
Oh, I'm Barry's wife, Sandra Chuckles, and he just thinks he's told the world's funniest joke, which he might have in his head. I'm balancing on a pool float shaped like a giant piece of bacon, trying to sip this margarita without flipping, falling into water. I'm dressed in a swimsuit covered in tiny grinning unicorns, and my laugh is more of a honk 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 than echoes around the yard. Here's my dad, Chuckleballs. He's wearing swimming trunks that appear to be made from an old circus tent. He's locked in an intense game of tug-of-war with his brother, my Uncle Chuckleballs, over a soggy noodle.
I got banned from the other swimming pool because the S fell off my speedos. To me, to you, what are we doing again?
I think we're winning or something, or losing. Hard to tell.
Oh, it's Jimmy the son. Their 8-year-old son. Not your son, he's my son.
To you, to me.
You've already done that. He's wearing swim goggles that are way too big, an inner tube around his waist, and a cape made from a beach towel. He's also somehow managed to cover himself in so much sunscreen that he's glowing like a radioactive marshmallow hammer.
Hey everyone, Dad and I are having an epic race to the deep end. Loser has to eat Uncle Keith's mystery meat.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
It's Fatty Keith. He's a man who could be described as more round than tall. He's lying on a pool-shaped float like a giant taco. His swimsuit is so tight that it's practically screaming for mercy. And in one hand, he holds a skewer of something that might have once been food, but now looks like a science experiment gone wrong. Thanks for that input, assorted narrator. Trust me, you don't want to know what's on this stick. I'll tell you anyway. Last week's leftovers with a hint of regret. Got banned from other swimming pool. Yes, felt I've already done that. Oh, look at my phone. It's under a pile of wet towels. It's half buried. There's 17 missed calls from Sir Lancelot Pizza Delivery Service. Lumps of pure green. He picks it up, considers answering, then chucks it into the... I pick it up, consider answering. I'm not going to answer this. I'm going to lob it into the pool like it's a live grenade.
I don't think it's yours, Fatty Keith. I think it's Barry's.
Not bothered. Splash. Jimmy, today we race not just for victory, but for freedom, Janine. From pepperoni tyranny, Janine. Salute.
Hey, my goggles are slipping down my face. I'll see you at the deep end, Dad. And don't think I'll go easy on you just 'cause you're a fat, slow old bastard.
Hey.
Well, I'm now partially submerged. My bacon float betrayed me. I will raise my drink in a wobbly salute. I'm Sandra Chuckles, honk honk, to the race of the century and the sweet smell of burnt responsibilities. Hooray! The whole party's erupting in cheers, some of which might be for the race, but most is probably for the pre-pizza that Jimmy the Laugh, Barry the Laugh, excuse me, ka-ching, has stolen from Sir Lancelot Pizza's delivery when Atlantis Morissette gets older and me, he's got so we forgot.
Wind your neck in. Let's have a race.
Splash.
It's the final showdown in a superhero movie. I think a good cold would have been bringing in Morgana and Boo and Nanook and the gang and explaining to them why they've been shunted for Barry the Laugh family.
Let's do that now. Groggly can do that.
How about you lick my groggolies? I'm not some kind of dancing, singing poncho. I think the apple's rotten right to the core from all the ponchos passed down from all the groggolies before.
Maude!
Yes.
It's a muggle cast. Maude Flanders flailing off a knock sombrero in hand, reading bongo comics while painting Gundry Land, queen of barbecue delight, knitting wind chimes with fleur, attacked by vampires on a buzz, but she did not care. Guinea pig a fishing out a tuppence of pride, dressing him up for adventures, worldwide, falling off the ark and battling into the night. Her life was chaos, but she stayed polite. Modeling Jehoshaphat Red, Amanda's Dina's soul, from barbecue queen to the fashion patrol. With a sombrero and paintbrush, she faced the fray. Maude Flanders, a legend in her own way. It's the Maude Flanders internet something, last bongo ever.
LBE, who would have thought it? We've come to the end of the road. Probably. There could be hundreds more mods. We've come to the end of what Simpsons Wiki and me scrolling has provided. So I think this is our first official wrap up of
Oh, good
a
lord.
type of content.
It's
So
very
that's,
much, yeah. So it's the end of an year.
it is. But for now, we're just sat around a cluttered table with the gang still Ouija Bow, Hobgoblin, Booth Frog Todd, Sweet Man, and Snaggy. We've all looked like we've seen better days, and we're still, I believe, in the Flanders basement.
Well, that
No,
went
we're not.
down like a kangaroo on a pogo stick. We're next door to the Flanders house because we tried to save Maude from Jesus and we failed.
We did from Jesus. I can't believe we're trapped in this mid-season snooze fest. It's like they've run out of ideas and decided to reheat leftovers. And Maude's still, well, doing that whole afterlife thing.
Wolf.
Oof.
I think he's saying you guys really need to get it together. This is a disaster. Not only did we fail with Maude, but my experiments are still going kaput. I'm too sweet for something. Buzz cola flavoured bacon ruined. Self-cleaning pans exploded. Even my robot chicken turned into a literal foul mood machine.
Oh, I think you're Ouija
Classic.
Bow, aren't you?
Classic Sweetman, always trying to reinvent the wheel and somehow ending up with a square. But fear not, my friends, because I, Anton Ouija Bow, wizard extraordinaire, shall save the day. Woof.
I think he's trying to say I don't trust you with magic. Shut up, Sweetman. I know what he's trying to say.
Maybe we should just call him Ergun Fart. He's got that Star Chow vibe. And maybe, just maybe, he can burp, handle a little hop back in time, and if not, I could always give him a hug. Who doesn't love a good slimy hug? That's the truth.
Please, no more hugs, Todd. Also, he's already sent us back in time like 3 times. The last one took 2 showers and a half bottle of dish soap to get rid of. Boom.
Oh, look who's here.
It's me, Ergen. Seriously, you guys, still hanging out here? I told you, no time travel back to season 11 for some reason. It's more tangled than a cat's cradle in a windstorm. It's like when they wrote Amy and Rory out of Doctor Who and tried to pretend that there wasn't a possible way you could go back in time to get them. And do you know how much paperwork that involves? I didn't descend to cosmic being status just to push papers, dickheads.
Nexus
You bunch of
beans, time logs.
He's drinking a Buzz Cola for a twisted straw that's changing colours. After materialising in a flash of light. No need to worry, Ergon. I, Anton Ouija board, will solve this. The solution lies in the mystical powers of asterisk Ouija board magic asterisk. Clap, clap, clap. Puff of purple smoke. Bob's your uncle. A rusty old station wagon has appeared in the middle of the room. It looks like it could fall apart if you stir at it too hard, but let's not stir anyone. Woof, woof. I think he's trying to say this is your grand plan, really. I don't know what he's trying to say. Sweet badass beat dog. Anyway, get into this bloody station wagon and let's rattle down the dusty highway, looking like we're being held together by nothing but duct tape and a dream. I'm driving one hand on the wheel. Where we going? You leave that to Uncle Anton. I'll tell you where we're effing going. It's a need-to-know basis, but believe me, it will help us to save Maude from death. I'm twirling my wizard's hat like a fidget spinner, and the rest of you crammed in the back. Try not to inhale too deeply as the musty smell of the car mixes with bloody croutons' unique odour. That's the truth.
Smells
That's
like every
the truth.
pile of shit.
This is madness. My experiment's first falling apart. We're riding in what looks like the ghost of a station wagon's past, and we're headed straight into the unknown. Anton, this can't possibly end well. Relax, Sweetman. Have a little more of faith in the Ouija board magic. I know you just met me, but these lads have known me since season 3 or something. It's irregular magic, but with more character. Besides, what's the worst that could happen? Give everyone a long, slow victory hug. Who's first?
Fringe. That's it. Somebody grab the dish soap just in case.
Woof. I think he's trying to say, if we survive... I know what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, if we survive this... Let me say it. Why don't I get to see what the dog says? Well, because you're just slowing us down. We all know what the dog says.
I don't know what the dog says. I don't speak dog.
All right. Well, you should do. Here's a book.
You know, he wasn't in that sketch. Us.
Good morning. Hello and good morning. Stay clear of latching onto any of those creatures, love.
Have a Luan evening. I think, what's that?
Go on.
We both got it at the same time. We both got a message from Jacques Derrida.
Yeah, you get one from Jock? Toddler Jock?
It says...
Down in the quantum realm so small, Jackie found a gang on and all. Philosophers on a hamster ride, through the chaos they would glide. Nikki Foucault joined the crew, the airborne UX2. RT Rambo with the plan, guide aboard played in the band. Tiny warriors in a tiny land, fighting battles hand in hand. Through the wee principality, philosophy and gravity. Carry Derrida in them, as strange but with her tricks. He faced Inakis with a roar, cheeky onion and glass mambo. Tiny warriors in a tiny land, fighting battles hand in hand. Through the wee principality, philosophy and gravity. With each battle they would grow, lessons learned within they flow. From the realm they made the climb, as a baby born this time.
There is nothing outside of the text, just as there is nothing outside the influence of a demon-possessed cow whose maleficence transforms the museum into a labyrinth of darkness.
Oh, that's ominous, isn't it?
I have too many red Legos and not enough blue Legos. I don't like to have a roof the same colour as the house I have made.
No
Also,
no lemons.
more frubes, please, particularly the raspberry ones. Goodbye.
All hail, etc.
Exactly.
Jackie traded for a son, zany fate had just begun. Baby form in demon's arms, held in Clara's tender charms. Pierre sailed the open seas with Selena Estides, quest to find where Carrie goes, adventure in the wind that blows. Lilith took the child away, wanting well to raise, she'd say. Paramedic face of the East can save the day, pouring crime in the nursed by Clara, oh so kind. Mother's arms were left behind. Demons' plans in shadows lay. Rescue, love would never fade. Through the darkness, through the light, family strong, they won the fight. This grip they did release in love's embrace. They found their peace.
Shall we have a look while we're in this car going? I don't know where we're going, but why don't we have a look at the best Bongo Maudes from season 1, 2, and 3? How about that?
I think that's a great idea. A bongo recap, if you will, to see what mods we have indeed missed. And
So
by
I
missed,
tried
I
to
mean
choose.
seen before.
Seen before. I tried to choose my favorite mods and keep it to 5 or less, but I'd failed in many cases. So yeah, I'll talk through my modies, and then you can talk
Indeed.
through yours. I threw in this Christmas mod, face forward mod, because it was the very first bongo mod we came across. I don't know if it's the very first bongo mod there is. If you've got any of these, stop me, and then you can say double,
Shall.
and then we'll have a look at yours after.
Indeed. Indubitably.
Indubitably. I've got the sombrero side ducky mod. We've got some tiny freaky when Maude was, I think, in the Thunderdome and when she was learning how to paint. We got nudie mod with a very suspicious looking Ned and what was that character called?
Boy.
This guy.
Todd.
Kilroy was here.
Oh,
No answer,
Kilroy.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Kilroy Silk. And then we both got this one where Maude's getting her arse booted off an arky.
Indeed. I think that last one is from a different bongo. I believe that is from bongo 2, or possibly
yes,
3.
it is. It is, but
Nice.
can't
I like
go back.
the thatchiness comes out in the face forward bongo mods, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I selected Maude looking dainty over the side of the arc, just moments before death.
Yeah,
I liked
almost made it onto my list.
I liked the expression that she's pulling. It's kind of a mirror of her walking back with the hot dogs. And then, of course, it's hard not to include the one where she's being whammed off the side of a arc by a goat or a ram, if you will.
Second more death, spoiler.
Yes, and just because it fits into the same kind of death as series Maude. And then I also threw in a dialogue one because it's one of the only times that she says something funny in the world of bongo. Maude, would you mind taking care of my kids for a few hours? Well, yes, Homer, I would. I like that.
Oh, Maude, lend your hose something. So, those were the bongos ones. Bongo 2, I've got a judgmental hour with some very feminine, scheming eyes, and then the horrific attack where it's a statue from the future where Ned seems to be trying to stab Maude while Demon Todd has a scythe, and it's hard to say what he's doing with that. So just 2 for Bongo 2.
Indeed, and I also have those 2. I have a third additional one though.
You have a third. Tell me of the third one.
Well, the Ned attack, the statue is just incredible for how grim it is.
How off character it is.
Yeah, and just horrible when you actually look at it, like her skirt face. And then it's made into a cement statue as well. I like that. So second Maude statue after Praiseland. I also included the Jabberwocky one, not necessarily because of the Maude herself, but because of the style. I like
the style, yeah.
The different style Maude is always going to be fun. And obviously I had to include the Pem and Skem Maude talking about the Judgmental Hour, which became her favourite. One of the bongo staples and something we took forward for Maude's personality journey.
Oh, the Judgmental Hour, yeah. Is the Judgmental Hour only mentioned in this one bongo? Is this where it
yeah. I also
the life of it. No, it can't be. No, it's mentioned somewhere else because they mentioned J. Vernon Pentecost. We didn't make him up.
Yeah, but it's in this same comic.
Oh, right, okay.
So, well, that was going to be my next point. I forgot that we didn't make JVP up. And I remember Googling J. Vernon Pentecost and a Simpsons bongo picture came up, and it really threw me off for about 12 seconds. And I thought, oh no, yeah, that's where he's from.
Oh, it's fine. And finally, for this little segment, we got Bongo 3, which first of all, and I imagine you've got some of these. I've got Young Maude, also drawing a different style in a kind of, I guess, maybe almost like a 90s brush style. We've got yet another attack by Ned, this time on the cowering Maude and the boys. It's a really well rendered image, beautiful image.
Kind of
A
similar
close
to the statue.
It's kind of, but I think there's a twist here with this one, right?
Yeah, the twist is they're arguing about this. The twist is they're arguing about like a marshmallow or something.
Oh, right, yeah,
But
yeah.
it's still quite. It's still. There's no twist saying that they're not scared of what he's doing.
Yeah. Okay, so he is still terrifying. It's
Yeah.
just that it's not about anything serious, which in a way doesn't make it better.
It does not. I like this Maude mouth one that you've picked because
Yeah,
it parallels the Maude eyes in the Marge prison episode when she looks through the glass, through the peephole. Sorry, I like that we have
that's
a
right.
Maude eye panel, a Maude eye shot, and a Maude mouth shot separate. We could make a compilation picture.
Just have a whiz and get out.
This is a good one for Maude. This story, to be honest, this is she's crying a lot in your other two.
The other two, they're looking for a lost Ned, and she's looking very haggard in both of these. Like, this one in particular, the eyes look like they're very puffy, Maudie eyes, and Lovejoy he's not interested in the slightest. And then down
No.
here, just look what's going on here. Mascara all down her face. Even the boys have mascara down their face. That's how sad they are.
Meanwhile, Lisa is undisturbed, and Abe
Yeah.
is bored. Yeah, like the crying Maudes are easy for this story. It's just standard. Whereas I think she would actually, I think she'd get her shit together and sort of lead this. I think they've downplayed her a little bit, saying that she's just
Yes.
sort of the crying wife waiting for somebody else to find him. I think she'd be out there herself.
I agree. I think she'd be more proactive with Neddy missing. They didn't find a decapitated body like Bobby's dad.
Exactly. It is. I have also picked three similar ones. Blue Rose. I think I picked Young Maude. By think, I mean I did. Young Maude, and I also went for the two that weren't the crying ones. Actually, I like that face forward sort of rotating Maude, and she's saying it's one of Ned's whittle sticks, meaning like something that he's whittled. She's not just being cute and saying little.
Oh,
And the very the powerful Charlton Heston Maude screaming out into the air like classic soap or dramatic movie style. This is probably, even though you can't hear her, the loudest she's ever been.
very
And look
much
at
so.
that Rod face is really old looking as well.
Is that a hard afternoon?
And then I chose Young Maude simply because it is the only time we have ever seen her as a
Oh,
child.
it's well rendered though. It's also a nice style, right? That's some nice brush strokes there.
Yeah, I do like it. I always found it strange that they would put the characters in similar clothes as children, though. Not just Maude,
Yes.
everybody. It's like it's like their outfits grew up with them.
It's just a trope, isn't it? It makes them more recognizable. You're like, who is that? Is that Maud Flanders? Of course it's Maud. Who else could it be in those clothes?
Of course, it's bloody Maude Flanders.
Of course, it's bloody Maud Flanders. Anyway, let's continue rattling down the highway in this station wagon with our headlights flickering like they're powered by AA batteries on their last legs. The moon hanging ominously overhead, casting long shadows. All right, we're here. We've stopped. We're in the car. Oh no, the car's still moving. It's hard to tell. We're all exhausted. We got mild terror, and Anton's wizard hat is starting to glow faintly in the dark with an eerie purple light. Anyone else feel like we've been driving for, I don't know, forever?
I am groggily Poncho. I've seen tumbleweeds with more energy than us right now. I swear. Are we even sure we're going the right way?
Well, I think he's saying, stop, Anton, let me do this. I think he's saying this feels like the start of a bad horror movie. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we drove right off the edge of the earth, too sweet for her. Oh, that is in my experience. Haven't already done that somewhere. Relax, boys. Relax, boys and dog. I've got everything under control. Uncle Anton will stop for the night soon. You have to trust the magic. Look, here we go. A flickering neon sign saying motel, vacancy, free table.
Are you sure this place is safe? It looks like the kind of joint where the TV remote is a brick.
Fear not, Rod, Hobgoblin. Fear not. I'm sagely nodding. Anton Ouija Wizard of the Weird, has foreseen all this before. It's all part of the plan. Come on,
Are you saying that
let's
you've
pull in.
pre-booked?
I have a phoned ahead. Pull directly into the parking lot of the rundown motel. Come on, everyone, let's step out and stretch and yawn. It does look a little bit like the place hasn't seen renovation since the invention of indoor plumbing.
But
All right, let's all stop. Oh my goodness, as we are going into the entrance, there's us ourselves checking in to the same motel over there. Same clothes, same exhausted faces, same repeated Twin Peaks reference, same everything. Okay, I know I'm not the sharpest fuck in the jar, but are we seeing what I think we're seeing? Woof. He's saying this is bad, really bad. I know.
Gonna figure that out.
This is exactly what I, Uncle Anton Ouija Boy, expected. Time for some real magic. Look at my wand, glittering, covered in ancient ruins, and clearly something from a novelty shop. By the powers of Ouija Boy, ancient and strange, I call forth the spirits of Rituardo and Jode. Possess these vessels and make them spooky.
Anton, your one says Pepsi Max Big One on it.
Oh, it is. Don't get me wrong. Oh, look,
Well,
a swirl of
oh,
purple smoke is engulfing Rodert Hobgoblin, and Toddert Truth Frog. Their eyes are glowing bright green, and when the smoke has cleared, they stand upright with strange, eerie smiles.
we are now Ricciardo and Jode, the spirits of the not so nice.
Prepare yourself, mortals, for things are about to get moderately inconvenient. Oh, this is exactly why my sweet self-cleaning pants exploded. It's all gone boggled tits up. Magic never goes as planned. Oh, don't be such a worrywart, sweet man. I know you were too sweet for wherever the bloody hell it was, but you're not too sweet for me. Everything's fine. They're just a little possessed. It's character building. Now, look, the sun's rising, casting a red glow over the desert. Come on, bleary-eyed people, let's stumble out of our motel rooms into the parking lot. Rod Rituardo, Hobgoblin, and Todd Jowday Toothfrog waiting by the car, looking suspiciously chipper. I get a line finally. Are we ready to hit the road? I had the weirdest dream where Todd was possessed by an ancient spirit and started speaking in tongues. Woof. It says that wasn't a dream, genius.
We can all speak dog. Come on, everyone. Time to get back on the road. Ricciardo's got the wheel.
And Jowday's got the map. It's going to be a ride you never forget. Oh, come on, let's all get hesitantly into this station wagon. Rod, Rituardo, Hobgoblin, and Todd Jowday Truth Frog. You can be in the front seats and the rest of us can squeeze in the back. Now, wasn't that a fun little detour? Nothing like a little bit of possession to spice things up. Woof, I'll just say it. This can only end in tears. Yeah, we forgot you could talk, Snaggy. What are you saying, Snaggy? It doesn't make any sense. Just joking.
Well,
of course, we can all speak dog.
Luckily, the station wagon, which is now seemingly piloted by two possessed beings, in the guise of a frog and a rod. Well, we're brought to life and we're speeding off into the distance. It's kicking up dust. The neon motel sign flickers out, leaving nothing but darkness in its wake. And we've left in a different car than the one we arrived in.
Give me a number between 1 and 3. Give me a number between 1 and 300.
115.
115.
114.
Parenting. Who is looking after the boys when they are at Moe's watching Aerosmith or other places? Who is the babysitter? What is the Flanders support network like in Sprongfield?
We've done this one, I think. We've done something very similar.
I think so, but that shouldn't stop us.
It shouldn't.
Already done this.
I think we decided the Hibbips last time. Let's stick with that. Would you like to do another one?
Yes, I would. Why didn't they stay over at the Simpsons when their house burned down? Was this even offered?
Indeed, I don't believe the house ever burned down.
There
was a hurricane. I don't know, considering what we know from 700, that Homer was offered the chance to stay with Ned, and Maude heavily pregnant when he was in trouble. It's even worse that this kindness was not repaid in this situation. But quite simply, there's probably not enough room for 4 of them, is the answer. You could probably, anytime anybody stays with the Simpsons, it's one person. It's not a full family. So, and it's not a one day, situation. It's not like you can stay with us for the night until your house is back up tomorrow. It's indefinite. So, but it's more likely that other people around town would have offered them to stay, as opposed to them having to go to that refuge centre in the church. But we don't know the extent of the damage to the other houses from this hurricane. We just know that the Simpsons came out of it okay.
As we didn't see anyone else at the refuge centre or any other damage in town, we can assume that it was only their house and that all of the goodwill extended to them on the leftatorium has now vanished for some reason.
Yeah, because everybody chips in to rebuild the house, which seems easier, to be honest. I was going to say harder, but it's not really. It's easier to go and help build a house for a day than let a family live with you for like an indefinite period of time. Yeah, but they would be a very good house guest family to have. It would be a good, they would be polite house guests, I believe.
Oh yeah, they'd be great to have around your house. I mean, the boys would be delightful and sweet. Maude would be helping out all the time. Neddy would be a delightful help as well. So you'd hardly know they were there other than the times when they were being awesome. Surely,
Exactly. It's almost like it's almost like there's a story in there somewhere.
Not one we'll ever see
that we know of. Episode 800,
season 48.
It's about to
yes. Alrighty, let's have a look at Bongo's 4, 5, and 6, shall we?
Let us.
While we're on our tour of the Bongos, the Bongo-verse. Bongo 4, just got myself 3 pictures. The first one I wasn't so sure about, it wasn't so great, but because she was so wonky, and she was wearing a blue outfit, I thought it was worth it. And then some very strange alien eyes in the next one. And finally, we've got the one which is that the From Hell one? Which I'm guessing you also have referenced more than once. Well, not top drawer, I don't think, but not bad.
I will, no spoilers, but all 3 of my images are from this comic.
Bongo.
I very much like this. Sold me on Treehouse of Horrors and on the From Hell comic, which I ended up getting after we looked at this in our Bongo cast.
Yeah, it's brilliant comic. Brilliant.
The good. My first one, just because she's first of all
good for Vendetta.
Precisely. And I think she is dead within the show at this point, so it's nice to they've just thrown her back in with the wives because it's a Halloween story, which they could have done at any point really, and they just did not because it would have been confusing.
Sure, I'm confused at this Halloween special.
Exactly.
Everyone's a monster and a zombie, but also Maude Flanders is there, isn't she dead?
Exactly. It'd be too much story for the 37-year-olds clinging on to the 90s. The second one I like because she's got a very ducky face, kind of almost not ducky, like anteatery. And she's saying perhaps it was Fat Tony's boys, one of them being Louis, which is a setup for our own stories. And the third picture I feel she's not even in. I just like that she gets mentioned. The fact that she's not in it is saving us from seeing another Maude death, which would have been good for us, but maybe was seen as a kindness, like, oh, we'll show Luann and Edna dead instead, because we've seen Maude dead like 5 times now.
PMD. So this is the first Edna death?
Yes, I believe so. And the first, probably not actually, probably a lot of Halloween deaths, but this is the first, she hasn't died.
Yeah.
But there's just something very charming about the style of this for me.
Oh yeah, and this Luann is the best thing about it. She's like she's a Muppet basically.
She is. She's got no eyebrows. How does she smell?
Etc.
That was Bongo 4.
That was Bongo 4. So Bongo 5 is a little bit of a tour de force, Tour de France. It's got you got the face forward Bible Maude from the Buzz, and then from the same issue the full on angry crucifix. Maude, who's saving Burns and One-Eyed Barney from zombies. You got 2 tiny, really off character, including one that looks exactly like a Sesame Street character from very tiny, and the thing where Bongo put you in like a blue or a purple to show shadows.
Me?
We've got the tiny Maude in the doorway of the Archie arc, but it's not the same Archie where she gets kicked off to her death. It's a different arc. The second Maude. Oh, it's the same arc. Okay. And then finally a Ghost Bashers where she is getting shocked to the bejizzles out of her by Frink and possibly Lenny. Don't tell people how I live.
Precisely. Yeah, good choices here. I did a similar thing. No problem. I also picked Vampire Maude, even though this is now the 3rd time we have looked at it after Maudecast and Bongo cast, and now we are back to it. But it is the most heroic moment, definitely in Bongo, but maybe also within The Simpsons
all
itself.
comics.
Yes, that time that she made gingerbread children to save her own children from being eaten by witches. Obviously, the Barney one had to make it because it's phenomenal. I would like to see everybody dressed as Maude, and I also choose the knockoff Sesame Street Maude because it's that That's what we came to expect and love from Bongo, despite not knowing it going into things. That the best part of it would be the characters, the off models or models,
yeah.
if you will. And
I will.
I tactically didn't choose the ghost one because I thought that you would, so that worked out nicely. Even though the ghost one
Oh, yeah.
probably would have made it over the snow background one. Haven't, but there's something very charming to me about that snow background mod. And,
I wasn't sure originally if the Maudie Barney was acceptable, but I did go back on that later with the Maudie Ned. Spoiler.
Yes, indeed. I noticed as well. Neither of us have chose anything from Morgana.
Yeah, we did the first one that I talked
Oh,
about.
yeah, sorry, yeah, you
but
did.
but the real Morgana's not popped up yet. I don't think, has she?
Yeah, I think it was like the second Bongo that we did.
Spoilers there.
Morgana
Ain't it?
was definitely early, but they're all kind
Yeah,
of just generic, kind of clean. There's not a lot of style. There you go. There's a Morgana punt.
There's a Morgana kicking him in the punt.
What did you call me? Yeah, but it's sort of the Morgana stuff is very traditionally drawn. That story would have been probably the best one out there of the art style. Have been slightly like weirder.
It's a great one. It's a Vertigo Hitchcock parody, right?
It is. It's possible that Morgana is the biggest thing we've taken from the Maudecast, though. From the Bongo cast. I apologise. Ka-ching.
Oh yeah, she should turn up. Let's do an after sketch where she turns up.
Yes, and gets fired. She turns up and asks for more money. We'll do that next week, obviously.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah.
No after sketches today.
So that takes us to Bongo 5, and then Bongo 6 is also some rich pickings. So we've got the when Maud's in a sporty outfit with a slightly truncated head and some shorty shorts. We've got a very small faced Maude from the Poetry Slam. Same Poetry Slam as the when Maud is giving the evils to Apu for his terrible poetry. The classic spitting out of the coffee Maude. If some two very wonky-eyed Maudes back to back. In fact, 4 particularly wonky-faced and eyes Maudes in a row. 4 brilliant. Just what happens if you're just slightly off with Maud's eyes or the distance between her nose and her mouth, and none of them, and the shape of her face and her nose and her head, and the one in the bottom corner where she's being attacked by staplers is the closest. It looks like they've tried to give her an expression rather than just drawing her very badly. And these are like the alien eyes, right? It's like this is that episode where the aliens take over Bob Dole and whoever it is, Clinton, and the eyes are like Pemin and Skemming.
Yeah, it's like a body snatchers thing, isn't it? But that's not what's happening here. Yeah, I made 3 very similar choices. The first 2 are the same because they're just weird mods. Yeah. Especially that middle one, it looks just about right, but it's not. It's very
this eye's just off, isn't it? It's uncanny. Yeah. That one eye is off. The other one's a bit big.
My third choice was a church one. Exactly, Kentucky burgers indeed. And I thought I chose a third Thatcher-esque Maude in church.
Yes,
because just something very stern about her, and I like how big her forehead is in this one.
She's not very Hollywood.
It's like she's wearing a wig that's pulled too far back.
But it's like the bits of her hair that normally stick down over her forehead, like a fringe, have been reversed. She's got a reverse fringe where it's going up like a Presley style quiff bouffant.
Yes, Morrissey. So
much to answer for. But yeah, that takes us to 6. Brilliant. Shall we check in? Let's phone the museum and see how it's going, because I'm starting to get slightly concerned that things have gone off the rails at the museum. So ring, 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 ring. Oh, hey, Eggs. It's Hardy. Oh. That's you. You do that.
Hey, Eggs. It's Hardy. How's it hanging, buddy?
They can't hear us. They can't hear us, Nathan. It's like they're just talking to each other, and somehow they can't. Let's just hear and see if they give us any clues about what's going on. Not bad, Fuzzface. Just bloody flipping some crusty burgers, same as always. What's new with you, Hardy Fox? You're fixing that leaky faucet in the Mauditorium?
Funny you should mention that. Listen, Eggs, I got to ask, have you noticed anything strange going on around the museum lately, or as Grace Jones would say, strange?
Strange? Define strange, my man. We work at a place dedicated to Maud Flanders. Rest in peace. Strange comes with the territory. Is this about those bendy pencils again? Because I told you those things give me the creeps.
Microwave. No, it's not the pencil's eggs. No, it's not the pencil's eggs. It's Clara Windfluffer gonna moo. I had a vision, see? Chicago detective. Not one of my clear ones. More like one of the fuzzy channel kind of deals. But it involved Clara and horns and a whole lot of fire. And maybe a t-shirt cannon. It was hard to tell, and that's just the half of it.
Clara, our dear half-cow leader, Clara Gonamo, you think she's gone to the dark side? I've got to admit she's been a little intense since she took over. Remember when she threatened to unleash those rabid voles on that guy from the health department? Or the time she insists on adding Maude and cheese to the menu? And don't even get me started on that creepy portrait of Maude she's hung up in the break room. It's like she's stirring into my soul.
My thoughts exactly. And the other day, I swear I saw shadows moving in the corners of the museum. And the wind chimes, they keep going off even though there's no breeze. And did someone move that taxidermied cat again? Or am I going bloody nuts?
You might be onto something, Hardy. Remember all those stories about Maude and the supernatural, like the time she went to that spooky seance and ended up possessed by the ghost of a disco queen? Or when she single-handedly defended that horde of zombies in that bongo with a garden hose and a hymnal book? Maude might be gone, but that doesn't mean the world is free from her spooky stuff.
Exactly. She's replying to Nana. Spooky stuff indeed. Look, I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but maybe we need to call someone, an expert. Do you think Anton Ouija's free?
Good idea. Last I heard, he was trying to summon a plate of nachos using only a rusty spoon and a copy of The Joy of Cooking. But I'm sure he can spare a few minutes from his 17th Twin Peaks parody to deal with a potential demonic possession. This could be bigger than the time they found that ooze in the Pound Bakery sausage rolls. And you know what that means.
We're gonna need more hot sauce. Let's hope Rex doesn't eliminate any of his own.
Always a good idea, my friend. Eliminates my own hot sauce. Always a good idea. Beep.
Well, it sounds about right, doesn't it?
It sounds like the wheels might come off a little bit.
I'm sort of glad we're not there in a way, but I do want to see this creepy bathroom mod that's been hung up that stirs into your soul. I would like to see that.
Who would have thought season 12 we'd have been listening into a conversation between Hardy Fox and ex-Sacramento Lee?
Who would have thought it after only maybe 45 to 50 minutes of opening stuff, as we've yet to come to sponsors and sponsor race.
We've yet to make it to Bongo Sprongfield. We're not even...
God forbid we look at a few too many Maude pictures. That's going to be
station
too many pictures.
Station wagon is hurling towards slightly more haunted and creaky barrels down the highway. The first rays of the sun are peeking over the horizon, but the occupants aren't exactly comforted by the light. Come on, Anton, me, Brendan, Nathan, Mr. Sweetman, nervously in the back seat. Quite Rod Richuardo, Hobgoblin, and Todd Jowday, Truth Frog, possessed and weirdly enthusiastic, driving with eerie precision. Snaggy whimpering softly from the floorboards, clearly uncomfortable with the new drivers. Is it just me, or is our new chauffeurs seem a bit too happy?
More like they're auditioning for The Exorcist Road Trip Edition. I'd like to write my own dialogue again, please.
Don't worry, boys. Richie and Jowdy are just making sure we reach our destination in style. We'll be in Bongo Sprongfield before you can say unnecessary sequel. You're sure we're not being... Sure, we're not being driven to our doom because I left my Doom survival kit in the other car. Woof, I know we should have taken the buzz. Woof, woof. All right, we're finally here in Bongo Sprongfield, an alternative version of Springfield where everything's a bit off. The sky is a strange shade of purple, the buildings are twisted at odd angles, and the people are slightly warped versions of themselves. This place looks like Springfield. If Springfield had a nightmare after eating too much cheese.
Joel, so what's the plan? Fearless leader, apparently. You're now our leader. A fearless uncle.
Well, simple. We're here to save Maud Flanders, Bongo Sprongfield's version of Maud Flanders. The plot is finally starting. It's like a Bongo comic itself, where the plot doesn't start until the 3 pages from the end. All we have to do is find her, convince her to steer clear of any roof-related activities, and boom, problem solved. Woof woof. That sounds way too easy. What if this Bongo
Maude's even weirder than the rest of this place. What if she's ... unsavable? Oh, they've stiffened. They've stiffened.
Maude Flanders is near. She is the key.
But beware, for saving her all may doom us all, fart burp. Perfect. Let's split up, gang. Brendan, Nathan, you two check the warped quickie mart. Sweet Twin and I will head to the church. Rod and Todd, Richuardo and Jowder, you take Snaggy and check the cemetery. Woof, I've got a bad woof feeling about this.
Should we just have a roam? It's like Groot. The more we spend time with Snaggy in the car, the more we understand him. The gang, meaning us, we're now roaming the twisted streets of Bongo Strongfold. It just seems like, we might just be wandering in circles here. Oh, look, it's the Bongo Quickie Mart. The place even more surreal than the rest of town. The neon sign flashes erotically, and the store itself seems to tilt slightly, as if defying gravity.
Look, it's the Bongo Quickie Mart. Maybe someone there can point us in the right direction. Let's nod cautiously and enter. Hopefully, the person is there behind the counter. Oh, inside, what can I see? Cheese-flavoured milk and jumbo shrimp chips. I'd like some jumbo shrimp chips, to be honest. The fluorescent lights flicker. Who's that behind the counter?
It looks like it's Bongo Sapu. He has a red eye in the middle of his forehead. His skin is an unsettling shade of teal, and his skin is a fine shade of teal, and his smile is just a little bit too wide. What's his voice like? Let's find out. Greetings, travellers from afar. Welcome to the Bongo Quickie Mart, where your desires are met within a reason.
Is it just me, or does he look like he's seen way too much?
Considering he has 3 eyes, Brendan, he probably has.
Mighty Bongo Sapu. We seek Maude Flanders, the Bongo version of Maude Flanders. We need to save her before ... it's too late.
Ah, Maude Flanders. She is indeed a key figure in our little corner of reality. But beware, the path to her is twisted, and the outcome is uncertain.
Help us find her.
1 eyebrow raised. All 3 eyebrows raised. I can do more than that, my dear sweet man. I can set you on the right path, but only if you are willing to face what lies ahead.
Woof, that doesn't sound good, woof.
What's your dog saying? With a flick of the wrist and a twist of the mind, to Maude Flanders you shall go, and to seek what you just might to find. Just seek what you seek, you just might find. Wave, wave, wave. Oh, we're back outside in the parking lot, standing next to our station wagon. The engine is already running. It's eager to take us where we need to go. It knows that we're like 70 minutes in. Follow the road until the purple sky turns green. There you will find Maude Flanders and your destiny.
See, I told you everything would work out just in time. Now let's hit the road, gang. We've got a Bongo Maude to save.
The spirits guide us now.
And they will show right.
Pile into
Everybody-
the station wagon, lads.
Right, let's go. Speed off down the road. Sky above us is shifting from purple to sickly green. We've drove away. Oh, look, Bongo Sapu is watching from the doorway of the Quickie Mart. His 3 eyes are glowing faintly in the dim light. Good luck, travellers. You will need it.
Sorry, do some sponsors.
Sure.
Radio ad, Wacky Renewable Energy Alliance. Upbeat jingle with energetic synthesizers. Hey there, Earth-saving heroes. Tired of hearing about those old boring energy companies and their big old losses? Say goodbye to the gloomy news and hello to the fun, funky and fabulous fresh energy with Renewable Energy Alliance. Ding dong, we're the zaniest, greenest and cleanest alliance in town, and we're here to save the planet while you groove. Forget fossil fuels and their messy mishaps. Our wind turbines spin like disco balls, and our solar panels sparkle brighter than a glittery explosion.
Wind
Disco
turbines.
ball sparkle. Minge bell turbines. You shut your mouth. At the Renewable Energy Alliance, we're not just about clean energy, we're about clean fun. Our geothermal plants are like hot tubs for the earth, and our hydropower systems are more refreshing than a summer water splash. So if you want to save the world and laugh your socks off while doing it, come join the Renewable Energy Alliance today, because we're here and we're all about the wind and the sun and a whole lot of fun. Lively applause. Call us at 1-800-555-GO-GREEN or visit renewableenergyalliance.org to start your adventure in awesome eco-friendly energy. And remember, we're not just cleaning up the planet, we're making it party time every day. Fanfare Renewable, renewable energy alliance, turning your green dreams into reality, 1 giggle at a time. Boing.
Sponsor Kelly Shoes from 2008. I've already been to heaven. I've already been to heaven. I've already been to heaven. And after 5 minutes, I was like, let's go.
Sponsor the craziest dogs ever. Whimsical dog-themed jingle. Hey there, dog lovers and theatre buffs. Are you ready for a stage play so uproariously bonkers, so delightfully absurd you'll howl with laughter? Then you won't want to miss Dogs, the stage play, and Canine Capers. Woof, woof. The craziest canine extravaganza ever to hit the boards. Woof, woof.
Imagine, woof woof, a world where dogs like me, Snaggy, don't just perform. They perform in ways you've never seen before, woof. And now I'm Rex Woofington. From the poodle performance pirouettes to a bulldog breakdancing in a tutu. This isn't just a play, it's a doggone spectacle of wacky, wonderful whimsy. Woof woof.
Ever wondered what dogs dream about when they're chasing their tails, or how they solve the biggest mystery of their lives, why the mailman is always so suspicious? Well, wonder no more. In Dogs, the stage play, our canine heroes embark on an adventurous, hilarious adventure filled with doggy dilemmas, fur-raising mysteries, and a lot of tail-wagging fun. Dramatic barking and suspenseful music.
The plot thickens when our lead pup Rufus discovers Woof Woof that he has put out his own hot sauce. Oh, that was me. Favourite squeaky toy might be a portal to a parallel universe of other dogs, with cameos from mysterious stray hound, a dapper Dachshund detective from Chicago, and a rather snooty Siamese cat with a vendetta, a jellicle vendetta against all things canine. This play is packed woof woof with surprises that will have you barking for more. Cat hissing. And don't even get us started on the elaborate doggy dance-offs, the heartwarming moments of canine camaraderie and utterly absurd antics of our lovable furry cast. So grab your doggy pals, your dog-themed popcorn, and prepare for an evening of theatrical tomfoolery. Dogs, the stage play, and Canine Capers, where every scene is like a treat and every act is a howl. Howl, howl. Because when it comes to doggy drama, we're not just barking up the wrong tree. I got no nose, I can't smell awful. I'm diving into a whole new doggone world of wonder and wackiness.
Precisely. Chatbot loves a dance off. I've noticed he loves a dance competition. It, not he, they. Sponsor Jeff Apple, the runner-up of Sponsor Race All Stars 1, controversially could have taken the prize and the crown, but it's rumoured that Jeff was simply too busy, therefore was happy to let La Befana take the crown in one of the show's most controversial wins. And now
busy
it's time
for Crown Town.
Exactly. Too much of a crown for Befana. Too much.
Official sponsor race. All stars. All winners. Episode 9. I am your guest host. Serendipity. Poncho, that's right. They still have a daughter, and I'm holding down the fort. Whilst Mother Love and Father groggily head to the galactical silence for a last-ditch attempt to fix their 400-year-old marriage. This week, we're giving the sponsors a week off, but also gooping them with pause for tension. The return of the other 5 sponsor race winners. Having watched the previous 8 episodes, the 5 non-competing sponsor race winners were each given a more mass to give to the sponsor they felt deserved it the most. Now let's welcome back our other sponsor winners. No luck to be granted this week. Your fates are entirely out of your own hands, but still it's worth noting that Maude Flanders was a poorly player in our life. She didn't grab our attention with memorable catchphrases or comical accents. Big fish ladder. But whether you noticed her or not, Maude was always there. And we thought charming would be into your absolute triumphant best. To not fold it up.
From the original 90s Lost, ironically, season, the real first ever winner, Esau the Smoke Monster. Winner of Season 3, it's Dr. Hugh Lauriehouse. Season 5's winner, the Makerfield Jiu-Jitsu Academy, is home. All hail the King in Yellow, Pastor, winner of Season 7. And lastly, the reigning sponsor supreme of Bongo Sprongfold, it's the Spouncer.
Get a day with me and they still have to present a runway. Categories of a cartoon style, realness, the boots down house for your nerve henny. From Bluey is this, from South Park apparently Murray Lloyd. From either Futurama or Bob's Burgers, you can decide yourself. It's Rodney McCloud. From BoJack Horseman is BoJack Horseman, pretending to be La Befana. From Pokemon, it's Cat Biggin's Ice Dragon Roller. From a Bob Standard Hanna-Barbera, Rex Wolfie Boy Wolfenton, representing the world of noir comics, it's JVP. From American Dad, it's Scottish Onion. From Death Note or literally energetic anime, you can decide yourself again. It's Pappington or Patson Nandoville. And lastly, from Family Guy, it's our old gal, Cat Slater, you. The five sponsors deemed insufficient to compete. Now please, one at a time, step forward and dramatically reveal your mark. Mass gifty choices. First, piece of Smokey. They have chosen to give their mark mass to. Meow. Cheeky bastard. Go shut the windows and you lower house doctor, and he has chosen to give his mark mass to Happy Boy Nando's. Third up is this sentient Jiu-Jitsu Academy, and its Lord Mask is going to Cat Slater. Hey, the slay. H-Stir, the King in Yellow, is gifting their Lord Mask to also Anya. Cheeky bastard, Loki, come here. And finally, the reigning sponsor supreme of Bongo Sprongfold is Bouncer. And because we are in your home turf this week, you have 2 Maud masks to give away. This Bouncer chooses to give his first Maude mask to Rex. Rex. And his second to Diesel. Then you add one shot to the can you add.
To the moon, ooh, 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 I would like to take you away.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon. To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon. To the moon. To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon. To the moon.
To the moon, ooh, 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 ooh. I would like to take you away. To the moon. Mucho thanko.
Mucho
Empty.
thanko. I liked Woofy
Indeed.
Boy, and
Woofy
I
Boy.
liked the way he sang Slavic. Do you do something special to get them to do that, or do you just end it with a long word?
I just end it with a long word. So slag
Okay.
just has a lot of A's in it.
That's what I thought.
It all worked out well, thank you, Serendipity Poncho, daughter of Groggly and Leld. And quite an even footing now for the sponsor race. Everybody's on 4 or 3 Maude masks.
Yeah.
It's quite literally anybody's game.
How far are they? Like how many more episodes left of it?
A few, yeah.
Good.
It will wrap up by our episode 9, and I've been doing 2 a week, so between 4 and 8 more episodes, depending on how many I make.
Indeed. Shall we look at Bongo season 7, 8, and 9?
Yes, let's indeed.
So I broke my own rule and went for different mods. But the first one, I've got Maude and Jesus floating from a background picture. Then we've got Maude being recognized in the supermarket, but when she takes the box of cornflakes away, it's revealed to be the very good Pemmin and Skemming Ned. And finally, possibly the most realistic Maude we've ever come across.
Yes, photograph mod. I believe I have similar choices, almost entirely similar, the same. Some of these
Same.
late bongos are slimmer pickings, though. But I chose the side-eye Ned over the full image simply because of how evil he looks, how evil his eyes look. Like it's like he's spying on people dressed as Maude in like a sinister way. And
Does look sinister.
And I also liked the picture Maude is great. I like the callback to unflavoured. Her favourite flavour was unflavoured. I'll
Yes.
take that. There's a second one of her in a beret as well that almost made it. That is sort of a similar thing, but I thought this one was more joyful. And yeah, very realistic. It's like she's got nostrils and everything.
It's like my Maude's got a nose.
Exactly. That's how she smells. And then yeah, I went for the Maude and Jesus one. Jesus looking exactly like Ringo Starr. And I like to include the line is nice as well. My mom is in heaven and is married to Jesus. It's okay. My dad knows all about it. And then Ned happily being on board with that.
Yes.
And also a Doris in the background for fun, just for us. Yeah, it's nice to see this art skill out of Todd as well. I thought these 3 captured, considering she's not actually in any of those 3 panels, quite a good selection of Maudes though.
Oh yeah, very good indeed. But this is what partially what made it interesting is that they really had to scratch around for Maudes, and by they I mean we. By this point in the thing, and that's great. So yeah, so Bongo 8, Bongo 9, see Bongo 9, Bongo 8.
Right.
We've got a classic BOTH shot, but with the signature of groaning, and I'm imagining, what would they call the people who did the drawings?
It's Bill
All that
Morrison, I
stuff.
remember that, but I don't know what the bottom name is.
No,
I'm assuming
that-
the middle one is Morrison, and
Yes.
the bottom, let's go for...
Vance. It's not Vance though, is it?
It looks like it says Kodo. I voted for Kodo.
Next up, we've got the best of the skeleton Maudes, because she gets a bit angry towards the end, which I didn't like. But the kind of kinder Maude with the bonus Will Smith Homer thrown in.
What's name out to be honest? Yeah, another continue.
All right, please continue yourself.
Please indeed. Another grand selection. I did try and string out the bongos selectively, as opposed to just doing what I'd found there and then doing them in order, so that we would still have some bongos like this to look at in later bongos.
Yeah.
This being one of the better examples that I didn't know about the skeletal mod. I had
Yeah,
never seen that before this, whereas a few of these I had seen whilst
oh,
reading
indeed.
Bongos as a child, particularly
So
Halloween.
Halloween bongos, yeah, it's rich pickings, isn't it? Halloween bongos, but then we have a very weird Klaus Kinski-esque side face from Maude where she's talking to baby Bart, and then an
Exactly.
angel, two angel mods, one where she's kind of drawn in the same wacky style as the young mod from earlier in a way, and kind of a wild mod and angry with a flaming sword and wings attacking demons, and then a calm Maudie that Bart 100 that you just see the talking to Edna Krabappel, who's Edna, and then finally a cloud mod and a cloud Edna looking down from heaven onto Neddy.
A Claude, if you will. Yeah, my three
I
were
will.
of similar note. I picked one of the angry skeleton mods just because I liked the side view of her. It's still very ducky. I like seeing all of her teeth. I like seeing all of her back teeth. And also a reference to Marilyn in that panel being deceased, even though it might be a different one because Ned's supposed to be Aladdin. I'm going to retract what I said earlier. I think the middle one, the Let My Boys Go, floating down from heaven, might be a most heroic moment. Not the vampire one, because this is also supposed to be Maude. It's not a character Maude is playing like it was in the vampire one. This is Maude coming down from heaven as an angel to save Rod and Todd from some kind of satanic problem, which is very Maude. And I also went for the sweet sort of. You can, even though she's a skeleton in that third image, the same one you picked, you can see the sort of like sweet Maudiness of her, even like the way she's clasping her hands. Like you can almost see her with flesh.
Oh, it's delusional. It's demordful, unlike the anger that we get later from that Maude.
My Maude's got no skin. I didn't bother including the or some of yours though from Bongo Cast 9. I have them. I didn't bother including the Superman thing because it just didn't really do anything for me. Again, the eyes and particularly.
Oh, I think I combined 8 and 9 together. So yeah, these are from 8 and 9.
My 3 from 9 are the same. 2 of the same that you picked. Angel Maude, Ghost Maude, Angel Maude and Cloud Maude, but also a third Angel Maude with the other deceased. That's the only time you see that trio, I think, together, even though they're sort of collectively a trio. Well, not anymore. There's like 12 of them now. Larry Big Fish. And they're kicking Gil out of heaven, I believe. That harp wax you sold me melted it, which I like. I like that she's still being kind of conned in heaven for being too sweet sometimes, or like, yes, Gil, I'll trust your word on this.
Too manly.
However, it's Bleeding Gums Murphy himself who is doing the pushing, and Grimy is doing the kicking. Maude is just doing some yelling, which is
it all hurts.
Yeah,
it's all mean. It all hurts.
Kind of Maude. We discussed it when this is fresh in my mind from the season 8 review, but when they smash up the burlesque house, Maude lets Helen smash something and then she jumps on top of it, and we speculated at that time. Yes, we speculated that was because then she is actually she's not accountable for any property damage. She simply jumped on something that was already smashed by somebody else. I feel like something similar is happening. She can turn around to God here and be like, well, I didn't actually kick him, or I didn't actually push him. I just yelled at him.
God wouldn't fall for that one. No way.
No way.
She's a buzz thrower.
A buzz thrill.
A boosty villain.
Boosty villain. But enough. There we go. So finally we've arrived at the Bongo Flinders house, and look who's there. It looks like Nod Flanders. Giant gingerbread house. Been left out in the sun too long. The colours are running. The shingles are sagging. The whole structure's leaning to one side. The lawn, however, is immaculate, but the flowers are an unsettling shade of neon pink. Come on, let's cautiously go inside the Flanders house. It's strange and creepy and floral wallpaper with just too many flowers. Oh, doodly doodly, I'm a bizarre version of Ned Doodly Flanders. Oh, my glasses are too large. Oh, my mustache curls like a pair of exaggerated handlebars, and my smile is too wide, showing all of my back teeth. Oh, well, howdly doodly do, strangerinos. What brings you to my humble abode? Need a cup of sugar? Or perhaps something sweeter? Yes, I've got... Shut up. Actually, Nod. We're looking for Maude Flanders. Have you seen her recently? Oh, my Maude. Oh, my Maude. Oh, Noodly, my lovely wife was just here, Doodly indeed, but she just went out on a very important Doodly errand. That's it. She's out and about doing something very secretive. You know how wives can be, you know, women are, right?
I'm sorry, what did you say? I didn't say anything. It's perfectly acceptable in Bongo Sprungfeld. It's the 90s. Wives are always up to something mysterious, right? Hee hee.
Woof woof. He's gonna get us all in trouble.
I know he is. And wouldn't you happen to know where she went, would you? Nod. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, Doodly, she didn't tell me. She never does. She just vanished into thin air. I'm sure she's fine, absolutely fine. I didn't do it. Nobody saw me do it. You can't prove, Doodly, anything. Everything is fine. Fine, you say? I'm a wizard, and I don't think it sounds so sure, Nod. Maybe we should take a look around your house without any invite. Oh, well, please. No need for that, my friends. Maybe you try the investor rules. Mood often volunteers there, helping out with all sorts of charitable work. Yes, yes. Try the in Bongo restaurants. That's the ticket. Yes, I'm not sure about that, but come on, let's go. And while we're doing that, shall we look at a bit of content?
Yes.
We have a world mod record, 69 minutes before content. 70 now because of me, gradually Poncho.
Let us indeed look at some. These are the last ditch mods. Do you want to save them? You want to do one?
No, I want to do all of them.
Let's just continue on.
Yeah, got about 20 minutes, I reckon.
Indubitably.
And we'll see how we get. So,
In that case, let me nip for a super quick wee.
SQW already.
Complete.
The wee is complete.
Indeed.
I can hear you. You can't hear me though, right?
Yes.
Really? That's weird.
can.
I'm not supposed to be using this microphone. But anyway, it's clip one, Bongo one. We got a grave. We got a funeral. It's hard to tell whose funeral, but I think it's probably the Simpsons because it says the neighbors are in heaven, Daddy. Yay, sniff, sniff. Probably borrowing a cupperoni of holy flour from good old Maude, says Ned, side-eyeing Lenny White. And who have we got at the Simpsons funeral? We got Barney, just Milhouse without his parents, all the sisters and Marge's mum, Mo, Apu, no Manjula, Rod and Todd gleefully jumping on their graves, and Lenny and Carl. And then an additional picture is just Maude and Bleeding Gums Murphy next to a big sign that says the end.
Yeah, this is a last minute memory. I remember this from childhood, and I don't know what's like spurred the memory, but I just remember thinking recently, I'm sure there's a ghost mod with Bleeding Gums Murphy saying like the end, and then I found it. But I didn't remember the reference earlier in the comic to good old Maude. Yeah, the Simpsons have all died and they're all ghosts in this comic, hence the picture at the end of the two most sort of familiar ghosts on the show, excluding Grimy, who isn't friendly enough to say the end. Yeah, that's about it. It's a very sort of sweet, demure Maude. She's
Yes.
Bleeding Gums Murphy's giving more of a happy goodbye wave. She is just sort of like gently smiling and like a newsreader, like nodding goodnight.
Yes.
Bleeding
Gums Murphy is saying death is not the end, and Maude's saying he's right.
It might be. And I like that happy Todd face on the graves. And the next
a lot of them are good. We love it when the bongos are drawn really, really tiny, so they can't help but do something horrifically bad, especially if there's loads of them, because one of them's going to be awful.
Yeah, I like that Apu looks pregnant. And it's just in a similar way to Maude's funeral, the slim pickings for the guests and not really well thought through. It's clear at this point that Lisa has no friends.
Bart's not got any except for Milhouse.
That's true. They could have at least thrown Janie in there. That's it pretty much on that one. It is nice to see that Ned and the boys constantly think about Maude as being alive in heaven as opposed to being dead on Earth, which is nice. The only way it worked for them to have killed her, isn't it? As we've said many times. It's nice that all the memories of Maude or all the thoughts of Maude are not negative. They're always, oh, this is what she's up to right now in heaven. Not like, oh, she's gone forever.
But they're also right, because in Simpsons land, that heaven is something they encounter quite often.
Yeah, it's sort of just more matter of fact than faith. But, oh, well, she is.
If the Simpsons was Maude, they'd just be calling her up all the time, right? They'd be talking to her in dreams like every week.
Yeah, they went through a little phase, didn't they, of just having her and Edna's ghost sort of interact with Ned a bit too much.
Yeah.
For it to be,
It got a little bit Batman. Got a little bit Batmite.
Exactly.
So next picture is Ned holding hands with a female Ned, and he's all got all love struck, but we find out that it's actually Rod. It's interesting that you can tell it's Rod from such a. Rod's got old man eyes. I think that's how I recognize Rod. And Rod's saying, "I'm going to pray that Daddy finds a new mommy that will make him happy." And Ned in the wish is saying, "Gosh diddly osh, I love church too."
Yeah, this is technically we could have not included this, but we might as well. It's weird that Rod would not picture someone who looked like Maude, but picture someone who looked like Ned to replace Maude. He didn't picture like a Morgana or something, even though there's tulpas out there. We know that. It's just sort of it's nice that that's what they all want as well. Like everybody wants Ned to be happy. No one's like, you can't remarry because you made these commitments to Maude and you're a Christian or whatever. I don't know how it works, but yeah, and they've done this a few times. The alternate wives for Ned, like the odd scene, like we did it in the last Bongo, I think, where we saw Marge dressed as Maude, etc. Barney dressed as Maude, Ned. We see a lot of Maude alikes in Bongo, and you don't see any in the show, which is. I wonder if that happens with other characters that we've not looked at, or whether it's Maude specific.
Maybe we can do a Bongo
cast,
a dress-up Bongo cast, in which we just talk specifically about Bongo characters that are dressed up as other Simpsons characters.
Sounds like a plan.
Does sound like a 1.5k plan.
Does indeed.
Boys. No
That's
time for you today, Johnny.
Rod's a little bit duckier than Todd, is what I was thinking looking at that. He's got a bit more of a Maude mouth.
Yes.
And that's and also Rod tall, Todd tiny.
Too fat, tiny Todd. And then we get to the Simpsons Illustrated Annual, which I'm guessing is supposed to be 3D, only bits of it are 3D and others not so much. But he is saying totally dimensional, so I'm going to say it is. And could I find Maude on here? I looked for a little while. Oh, there she is. Yeah, face forward Maude right in Bart's mouth with blue hair.
Indeed. This is again one of those early ones that they didn't have a lot of characters. And you can tell from this, like Sam's on there and like Mrs. Bouvier, etc. They don't have. I think Bleeding Gums Murphy is just under Bart's finger. You can just about tell. The only one I can't work out is who's next to Wiggum at the very back.
Yeah, I can't tell who that is. It's Largo.
Yes, it very well is, isn't it? No Larry,
and who's
but Sam.
This?
And I thought it was Troy McClure at first, but on closer inspection, I believe it is the Daredevil guy.
Oh yeah, I think it's the Daredevil. It could be a Bongo Troy, but I think it's more likely to be Murdoch.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. I like the idea of looking at it with 3D glasses on and what that would do to the image. Well, would it change Maude's hair to be the regular colour? I don't know how those things work. Like, would she appear orange having used this correctly?
Red and blue.
Because I do like the thing. This is the only time we'll have seen a wrong hair-coloured Maude in the way that they used to. Helen and Miss Hoover's hair used to change colour quite intermittently in early Simpsons, but never Maude. However, here we are seeing a blue-haired Maude. Maybe she had a Marge week.
And that was our last Bongo Maude, but we come to the very, very last one, which is one I believe we have encountered before. And when I said earlier, we've seen this before, I didn't realize there's a reason why we've seen it before. The family has floundered. This is my picture of every family's least favorite family by Nathan O'Leary, Wigan. Great stuff, Nathan. But are they the least liked family from Springfield? Send in your thoughts right now. Did you?
Hey, wait a minute. This is me. No, I did not. I don't remember writing that either. I don't think you should put an apostrophe in families like that either. But I'll give me a break because I was probably about 9.
All right, I believe it's correct.
I don't know what issue this is from. I could realistically find all of my Bongo comics that are in this house and find out, but I have not done that. As far as I know as well, it is the only, from what I've looked through, it's probably not, but it's the only sort of Maude art within the Simpsons Bongo, which I like. I like that it was provided by me. That is very on brand.
Oh, yeah.
However, if we are to delve into the drawing itself, it's not very good. It's definitely I actually remember drawing this. I actually remember I don't know where Mother and Father were, but I was being looked after by yourself and Kieran. And I remember being in the living room and drawing this picture. I don't remember seeing it in the comic and the reaction to that, but I remember drawing it and making the choice to do it in black and white because I had no coloured pencils.
How does it smell?
Exactly.
I think
Great.
it's delightful. Everything's slightly off, but in a very nice way. Ned's face is a little bit too squashed. Maybe Todd has got a little bit too ducky. Somehow Rod looks exactly like Robert Pattinson. And
Rod looks like a goth.
yes, he's a Rod Pyre. And Maudie, sleepy and dreamy Maud with a somewhat strange bosom, boosty villain.
I've never been good at hands. You can sort of tell. I just sort of give up when it comes to limbs. I tend to also, when you look at my pictures, other than face forward Simpsons, I tend to just draw heads. I'm not a big fan of the drawing proportions properly. Yeah, this image is fine. She looks sloshed, but like I say, I will give it to me as it is a piece of Maude-cast history. It's what you call an artifact. I also believe I added those crucifixes, and they weren't added probably at the same time. I mean, the comic itself did not add them for effect. I repeat.
You drew them, yeah, but this is how good is this? That they took the time to cut it out to make sure that it was beautiful. Even this little cross here that fits wonderfully on top of this other person's board game. This
other person's slightly worse art that we will not be looking at. I will try and dig this out for a Bongo epilogue, which this is supposed to be. But yeah, probably this is my happiest Bongo Maude, has to be, because it is.
Oh yeah,
it is included. It's the only time we've got any of our own content out there to then look back at 25 years later. Plus, there's no episodes. As long as we haven't written any episodes or anything, have we? That I know of.
The Roswell thing is the only other connection that we've had directly to the Maudie universe, other than maybe the odd IMG tweet.
Exactly, IMGT. I don't think that they are every family's least favourite family. They're certainly not our family's least favourite family.
No, definitely not. But they are the Simpsons' least favourite family, probably.
Yeah, it was probably pandering. Yeah. It was probably pandering to the idea that, I love this family, particularly the wife. The wife has a thing for me, low-key hostility. But I was trying to pass it off like, I know that, look, it's everybody's least favourite family. Wink.
Wink. No, it's a trap, isn't it?
Yes, I simply wish or wonder how it would have looked in colour had I simply got up and looked for pencils that day. But alas,
I think it's beautiful. I think it's a wonderful way to end our Bongo run. And it's everything one could dream of. This is where this whole modcast came from. This dream, this you had a choice of drawing anything for your one shot at fame, and you draw Maude and Co. And Maude's right there in the center. She's not off to the side. If anything, Ned's off to the side hiding. Maudie is the central figure of this drawing. So I think in many ways it's a supporting player in our Bongo.
Indeed, it didn't grab our attention till the very end. Yeah, happy with it.
Etc.
One of my happiest art pieces.
Yes, and let's end there for this bit, and we'll come back and do Bongo 10 and 11, and much more nonsense before this 3-hour Bongo special is finished.
Exactly, Strabba Bongo.
Strabba Labba Bongo, Shalamon Bongo.
Precisely.
As you can see, I am Bong, hoarding Bong, I'm back in Bong. Final Bong, final Maudie Bongo. Bong, back in Bong, back in Bong. It's the final Maudie Bongo. Bong, Bong and Bong, Bong and Bong. It's the final Maudie Bongo.
Exactly.
Oh, right. Listen, enough of this nonsense. The station wagon is now here outside Bongo Investorettes HQ. It looks like it was designed by someone who couldn't decide between a corporate office and a fun house. It's just a jumble of shapes.
Sorry.
It does. It's just a jumble of shape and colours with windows that seem to follow us gang with their gaze.
What? The gang has entered HQ to find a group of Bongo versions. We've just entered the HQ to find a group of Bongo versions of familiar Springfield women gathered around the conference table, just like last time. There's Edno Cribapple.
How about a serving of dead teacher?
I'm very sorry, Edno. We're looking for Maude Flanders.
I've been calling her Crandall. A dishevelled version of You'll Never Guess Who, with wild hair and smudged makeup.
Hello.
Marge Spongs the race. A blue-haired Marge, who appears to be taller and a bit bouncier than usual, the ones at the bottom. Agnew Skinner, a stern, hunched-over version of Agnes Skinner. It's very, very similar to the original characters, these. This is like the Itchy and Dinner Dog situation, with eyes that seem to bore right through you. And Mrs. Hoofter, who appears to be sorting through a pile of empty coffee cups, who is not an investorette.
Does anyone have access to Nerves magazine?
And we were told she might be here helping out.
Oh, Maude. She was in here, dear, but she left a little while ago. Said she had something important to do. Didn't say what, though. You know how she always is, busy, busy, busy.
She's not back here by the chair. We just have to have a new spinner power. They have to have new bits without her. But I have no one bloody no fucking know what is there, not even in Bongo.
Maybe she went to the Bongo Heights Cemetery. She always visiting there, talking to someone. Spooky place, if you ask me, Miss Hoofter. Bongo Hoover.
Concerned glances. Well then, it's time for me, fellow wizards. It's time for me and Anton. Looks like we're heading to the cemetery. Everyone nod.
Nod. Let's do it. Let's continue our bizarre and increasingly unsettling journey through Bongo Strongfield.
You want to invest in something? Invest in these. They are portable battery chargers.
But first, why don't we have a Bongo Maude showdown between all of the best Bongo Maudes?
Let's.
Thank you. I love you.
What would be your top 3 Bongo Maudes from my list? And you can throw in your own if you feel like it. But what would you say were your top 3 Bongo Maudes?
I've decided.
Okay.
Number 1, literally the very last image, Bongo Chompy Maude.
Also in my top 3, but not number 1.
Maude being knocked off the arc is in there for me too. I like that one a lot. Very top. The ones at the top.
The ones at the top. Okay.
I already said that. That one, yes.
Yeah.
And the From Hell one as well. I'm putting that in there, even though it's not necessarily that one.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I would say they're my top, probably my top 3, unless I had a proper serious look at it. But for now, I'd say the only thing that else came close is that one with the Maude in Heaven. It's very well rendered. I like it.
It's very well rendered. I think fourth best Maude. I think these 3 together with a very like alien Maude is brilliant because it's everything that's Bongo. Every element of Maude is just a little bit wrong. So Zombie Maude plus Bongo Maude.
I think we can award that one. That is the best of Bongo Maude, which is what we are looking for. The other ones are the best of Maude.
The best of Bongo.
I guess finally, I have a soft spot. This is not about Maude, but just the statue where Daddy's trying to murder them, is in many ways a bit player in this competition. It's just horrifically good, but I can't in all good faith put it in there. So I'm with you. We got Zombie Maude that we both agree is the top draw Maude. We've got Pure Bongo Maude, we'd like to call her, and I'm hoping Pure Bongo Maude appears a little bit more in this episode, and then some others. Yes. But yeah, it turns out that we're not going to the cemetery on the way. We just look. There's a stadium, Bongo Strongfield Stadium, a Bongo and NASCAR racing. The glaringly blurry 500 season 11. Today's the Bongo Day. Oh my God! It's the same thing they did in regular Springfield during season 11. Only now it's Bongo Day, whatever that means.
This whole place is like a bad trip down memory lane. Let's just hope we're not too late to save Maude.
Come on, hang on, everyone. Zoom. If Maude Flinders is anywhere near that stadium, me, a wizard, needs to get there fast.
If you're a truly good wizard, you should be able to just do it from there. But okay, let's go. Let's get into the station wagon. Now we're there, moments later. Leap out of the car, rush towards the far end. Oh no, there's a figure. It's lying on the ground. Oh, shit. Snaggy?
Please don't let it be her, Wolf Wolf.
Oh my goodness, it is Maude Flanders, body strong, and eerie silence. Not again. No, we're too late.
Oh, what's that? Oh. It's Bongo Dr. Hobnob. A twisted version of Dr. Hibbert with green skin and a wild bussy moustache, laughing hysterically. And Bongo Not Otto. I like to get blotto. A bizarre version of Otto, the bus driver with dreadlocks that seem to move on their own and an enormous crooked grin. What are they doing here? Oh, you really thought it was her, didn't you?
Oh, dude, you guys totally fell for it. It was just a fucking effigy, man. Oh my goodness, it is really just a crude, exaggerated dummy made of cloth and straw with cartoonishly large glasses and a painted-on frown. You mean this was a joke, reaching up for me, etc.?
Oh, Dr. Hobnobbit has just punched Mr. Sweetman through a picture for him. Oh, gotcha good. You should see the looks on your faces, anonymous strangers.
Yeah, we're Bongo Strongfield's finest pranksters at your service.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
Oh my goodness, we've been duped. Let's get out of here before they try to sell us Bongo Snake Oil or something. Oh, this place, my goodness, Uncle Anton, this place is even more messed up than I thought. Oof, I knew something was up. The fuckers.
Bunch of assholes. Let's just get back in the station wagon. Those two are just laughing in the background. They're my least favourite people that we've met so far. Ho, come back anytime. Maybe we'll throw you a real bongo surprise next time, wink. Oh, I want some nachos. I think asking for coming to this place was a mistake. Can I eat those nachos?
You sure can. All right,
No.
enough of this. If Maude Flinders isn't here, we need to check the signal I've been picking up. There's something dark, like a demonic dollhouse dungeon. Let's head to the graveyard. That is where the signal is strongest. Really, Anton? A graveyard? Yes, really. It's the only lead we've got. Move out.
Well, let's go. I just noticed Spirit Frog's not been breathing for the last 45 minutes.
He's passed out. You see how much skull he drank? He's just in the corner burping and farting.
I think he might have choked to death on someone else's mouth.
Oh no, I'm sure he'll be fine.
No, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm just having a off the moon. Grandad just needs now.
Well,
let's go. Oh, let's go.
If I know anything about alternate dimensions, and I'm pretty bloody sure I do, Maude Flinders has to be in the graveyard, where she's most vulnerable and therefore most powerful.
Anton, I've got a feeling that you're just talking out of your ass. Is that the case? I'm up for the journey, but I don't think you know what you're doing. Let's go anyway. Oh, it's because the Tooth Frog is now Jodie. That's why she wasn't talking. Let's go. Let's wander through the twisted tombstones which bear names like Not So Springfield's Finest and Here Lies the Other Guy. A low fog rolls. Did you get one of the bongo writers to write this for you? It's very good. Rolls over the ground, making everything feel even more surreal. A low fog.
Why do I have to be the one in the creepy cemetery?
With all due respect, Snaggy, we're all here. Oh look, a fist has emerged from the mist. A figure has emerged. A fist has emerged from the mist. It's Maude Flinders. Look, Bongo Maude. Look, she's looking both familiar and unsettlingly different. She's smiling sweetly, but there's something off in her eyes. Having a scamming. Certainly is the extended conversation with Ghost Maude.
All right, we've agreed. The mist, the moonlight, get out, come on. This is it, the signal is strongest here. But it's so quiet, Uncle Anton. It's too quiet.
Let's approach that mausoleum. A faint shimmering figure is materialising in front of us again. It's the ghost of Maude Flinders. Her spectral form glows softly in the moonlight.
Hello, strangers. I have been waiting for you.
Maude Flinders, but you're a ghost. The past and present.
Future is unwritten.
Future is unwritten.
Yes, I was never real, you see. I fell off that archaearch long ago, and this is where I've been ever since. I could never be saved because I was never truly alive to begin with. Gambit. Oh dear, you've come to save me, haven't you? But who will save you? What year is this?
What?
What? I mean, came all this way to save you, and you're not sweet enough for us, and I can marry my own.
Well, the real Maude still has hope. She is the one who needs saving. Maude is the one. I am but a figment of that hope, a shadow of what might have been.
Where's the real Maude, and what can we do to help her?
The past and present future is unwritten.
She's out there, still fighting. There is a chance for her, but it is not something you can fix here. My time has passed, but your journey must continue. You must find her and give her the hope she needs. Ooh, I'm going. Oh, and also remember, before I fade off entirely, Remember the darkness you faced. It's not the end. I'm going to drift off to Bongo Heaven now, where there's peace and endless bongo cheer. What season is this? Ah.
Goodbye, Maude.
So I've reappeared. Farewell, and may your path be clear. And now I'm going now. I'm going.
Oh, she's completely vanished. So what now, Uncle Anton?
Goodbye. Oh, now she's gone. Return, Natasha Bedingfield.
We keep searching. The real Maude still needs us. Let's head back to the real Springfield and follow any leads we can find. The signal may have led us here for a reason.
All right, let's go. Back into the station wagon. Continue our quest.
We're not giving up.
Even as the shadows of the graveyard loom around them.
We're not giving up. Not just yet. Have we got time for a diary while we're in our car?
Yes, how about a second sponsor race first?
Oh, yes, very much, please.
It has been delivered, I believe, and it is actually under 5 minutes.
It's the Modcast official sponsor, Race All Stars All Winners Episode 10. I am your host, Gradually Poncho, back from the Galapagos and all loved up with Leld once again, isn't that right, Leld?
Ja, that's right, love, I'm back again, and I'm once again enthralled by your stony red shell, and your loving kind tiny eyes. Embrace me, sweet groggers.
Bang on, it's right. This week, the sponsors must pair up and work together to dress up as their respective pairing. Now please welcome Natalie Balloon Montecore to determine the pairs by pulling balls at random from her husband Niall Balloon Montecore's
bag.
To the moon.
To the moon.
Now let's see those teams.
Onion, the cheeky bastard.
Has been paired with
Cat Slater Slack. Murray Lloyd, hobby horse skull on a pole.
Has been paired with
Ross Kemp, gang member, aka Disarray. Robert Pappy Boy Nando's Paps.
Has been paired with
La Bifana, Dave Vernon Pentecost.
Has been paired with
Rex Woofington, Woof Bot Woof, Crowlif, the mighty ice dragon.
Has been paired with
Rodney Reinvented, Education McLeod.
Bag. This week, there will be the top teams, meaning for Holy Rollers, meaning for Mod Mass to give away.
Christ on a bike, such generosity. Let's hit the runway, and good luck, sponsors. And also,
in many ways,
Maude Flanders was a
supporting player in our lives.
She didn't grab our attention.
Memorable catchphrases and
comical accents.
Whether you noticed her or not,
Maude was always there.
And we thought she always would be.
And don't fuck it up.
And don't fuck it up. Can I get an amen? To the moon.
To the moon.
She gone back to the workroom.
Team Cheeky Slags.
On the alcohol, vodka and cranberry.
Team Murray.
She gone back to the workroom.
Team Rob, Buffany Boy, Bufandos Beps. Pappy Boy Nando's Vendi not con lescart rot I el vestito a la romana viva. Viva Pappy Boy Nando's. Team Woof de Course. Team Gradney Mackless Dragon. Wow, what a show. This will be a toughie. The top 2 teams of the week are Team Cheeky Slags and Team Murray. Congratulations, honeypots.
Let's fucking go. The 4 of you will now flan ball to the song Trombolese by Gala Rizzato. My lover has no money. He has his Trombolese. Wow, the winner of the flan ball is
Cat Slater Slack.
And as an extra bonus goop, they have won an additional mod mask for their troubles. Now take it away, Parns, me and Lelder hopping off for a shaft if the little stone cave is a rocking do not come a ponchoing.
Oh, gradually let's go to the closet and make babies, and I saw one of the babies, and the baby looked at me.
Take it away, Parnsy boy.
To the moon, I would like to take you away.
To the moon. To the moon. To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon. To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon. To the moon. I would like stick you away. To the moon. Mucho thanko.
When
Shorty.
chicken froggy fat Nando dinner.
Exactly. Everybody
Indeed.
dresses each other.
It's all hotting up. I especially like the cheeky slag onions.
Yes, I should have left more time with the image. There's
Just
about
gonna
4
try.
seconds to pick in those beautiful images, and it's given me enough time to
Smash
think of a
that
diary
pause.
concept.
Beautiful. Smash that pause button.
Exactly.
Dear diary.
Dear diary, indeed. It is I, Maud Flanders, not Mood Flinders, just regular Maud Flanders. And today I have been left alone with baby Todd and toddler Rod, which is confusing in itself. As Ned, toddler Rod is something we haven't said enough. Neddy has had to go on a business trip with the pharmaceutical company that he still works for currently. So I unfortunately have been left alone with the two boys for the first time, and I am both thrilled and nervous, as now it is Maud's time to shine, parentally speaking. We have decided we are going to watch a Robbins the Pony, the 1984 movie that they made, starring Christopher Lee, and I hope they both enjoy it as much as I enjoyed it as a baby. I'm going to show it to them now. Oh no, toddler Rod is crying. He said the pony was too authentic. Tiny Toddy is also crying, but only just because he is a baby. So it is a loud house, and the next door neighbour, Homer Simpson, has just screamed through the window at me for all the noise because he is trying to record his own mixtape, and I am ruining it apparently. And he said if it happens again, he's going to come round and he's going to rod all my Todds, which I'm not sure what it means, but I don't want to find out. It's probably way more wholesome than it sounds, but I'd like to not know. Unfortunately, I still don't know who lives on the other side of me, and I'm not prepared to check, so I can't ask for any neighbourly help right now, and Ruth doesn't live here yet. It's still the Winfields, and I don't like them. Twist. So I'm just going to have to put up with it. I'm going to make some little biscuits now with toddler Rod. There's little Rodler Todd just waits in the other room, drinking his holy milk. Oh look, it's my best friend Shauna Chalmers. She's come round to help me babysit. And no, she is teaching toddler Rod how to make loom bands. So everything worked out. Neddy gave me a call. It was really, really, in hindsight, a very underwhelming evening. Good night, diary. Helen's a bitch and then you die. But not me. Not yet.
Well. Not yet. Indeed, not yet. Well, it's quite an uneventful, but it's nice to get a little glimpse into just the first time toddler Rod. Toddler Rod.
Rodler Top.
Pepe Le Pew. Shall I finish with the song?
You say Pepe Le Pew then?
Maybe.
Interesting. I watched a Roswell video the other day where she mentioned Pepe Le Pew.
Did she do the voice of Pepe Le Pew?
No, she does the voice of Pepe Le Pew, but in the same way that you could just do it now.
The neighbours are in heaven, Daddy, yeah.
What's happening?
Doing a song?
Oh, we're finishing with a song. I apologise. I was too rozzed up. A cup-a-rooney of holy flour.
The end, but not the end.
Simpsons die.
Gosh, diddly off.
I'm going to pray that Daddy finds a new mommy. Finds us a new mommy. Didn't even notice that. That's a bit selfish, Rod.
Totally dimensional, man.
Bongo Maude. This is my picture, which is actually true, of every family's least favourite family. Untrue. Nathan O'Leary, Wigan.
Great stuff, Nathan. But are they the least liked family from Springfield? Send in your thoughts right now, did you?
No, they didn't need to know my thoughts. They already knew my thoughts, actually. I believe that was an open discussion for the rest of the country to gag in on that thing. Perspectual Bongo, Softly in the Dark.
The end. Spectral Bongo, Softly in the Dark. I think, this is what I think. This is what I think. That that thought they knew what you thought, but that's not what you really thought. Very established.
Exactly. That is true. They thought they had a handle on me, but they didn't.
No.
And they never will.
The backyard is buzzing with energy, or is it? And action.
The backyard is buzzing with energy. Barry the left lays floatily on a pool with a big guy with an even bigger raft. He cannonballs into the water, drenching everyone nearby, including his wife, Cheryl Shuckles, Fatty Keith, and Jimmy the son, who adjusts his sunglasses nonchalantly. A clunky minivan drives into the doorway. Morgana steps out. And
Oh my
action.
god. I can't remember what voices I did. Isn't that Maude? But something seems different about her, Barry. Well, whatever it is. Oh, you Barry? I can't remember. You be Barry.
You be Barry. Who's a Brummy?
Well, whatever it is. She's sure... Brummy?
Maybe.
Well, whatever it is, she's sure spicing things up.
I can't believe it. Who is that? Two boys covered in Sutton peanut butter, and a Chinese man with a huge cooler and several t-shirt cannons.
I'm not bothering correcting them. They're obviously mistaking me for someone else. Foo, hurry up with that cooler. Boys, get the cannons ready. This party's about to wink explode.
You said no cannons this time.
Stop whining, Fu Chengyu with Sinopec. We're bringing fun, not trouble. Well, maybe a little of both. Fubble, frubble, ton. What's Morgana doing with her family? I mean, Maude. Her attitude is sharp but oddly captivating. Jimmy the son is wide-eyed. He's watching Merlin and Arthur. I'm assuming the names of the children. Struggling with t-shirt cannons.
Who are those t-shirt cannons?
Yeah, and they can do more than just t-shirts. Wink. What's... don't point that at me. Arthur, don't aim that at the guests. Unless you want another grounding. Wow, Maude. You sure knew how to keep them in line. What's in that cooler with these two kids that aren't Rod and Todd? Just a little something to liven things up. You'll see. Oh, she's a laugh. She's gonna fit in right good here. She's now being Maude the laugh. The t-shirt, those kids are firing those t-shirt cannons off everywhere. Oh, ha ha ha. Cheryl, there's a t-shirt on your head. Bloody hell, what a day. Get out of my pub. Oh, look, Maude over there's began to soften. But her sharp, scheming side never fades. This place is fun, but I bet there's more to take than just t-shirt. I've got my big bag today. Excuse me, do you mind if I just nip into the house? Like, for a minute, I need to powder my face. Oh, no one's even listening to me. I'm going in. Let's find something valuable. Oh, a drawer in a cabinet. Oh, look at this. A small Barry jewellery box filled with Barry heirlooms. Now this is a party favour. Stuff. Oh, shit.
Oh,
sorry, Fatty Keith.
And what are you doing? What are you doing with all Barry's jewellery?
Oh, Keith, will you close that bathroom door, please? It stinks. You really shouldn't have walked in on this. Kick.
Oh, me cool jewels. Oh, goodness me.
All right, let's go. Party's over for us. Let's go. Come on, Foo. Come on, children. Get those cannons. Come on. Just grab that money off the side. Come on, let's go. It was ours. No, you said you owed me £50, Sandra. Sorry, we're going. Bye. Drive. Oh, look, Foo. As we are driving off in Springfield Township somewhere. Look, it's Maude, my cousin, and her mild-mannered husband Ned. People say we look alike. It looks like they're going towards Barry's party. Hi, Barry. Sorry we're late. You can crack on. Oh, this is fun. Let's speed away, leaving Springfield Township in our dust. Scene end.
Who's Maude?
What? You don't ask any questions, Foo.
Maude!
Yeah.